Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Survival World. This is episode 11, and today we are starting things out in our base. Now over here is where we built our potion brewer in our last episode, but I have done a lot of updates around here, so let's go ahead and pop in here and see what kind of improvements we've made. So if we open this up, you will see that I have completely filled this thing with wither roses to make it as efficient as possible in the amount of space that we have. Now in the future, I will be making this thing larger, so I will probably spread this all the way out to this wall and maybe make a second layer. But that is going to require a lot of wither roses, and I just do not have those yet. Alright, so let's get back out here. Alright, so if you remember in a previous episode, I talked about our storage system down here. Now, the reason I haven't been working on that is because of the announcement of 1.16. They announced so many new blocks, and I'm going to change up how I store everything. So before I even get that done, I'm going to do some testing in my testing world with the space that I have and see what kind of storage system I can use for all those new blocks. Alright, so we'll get out here. The other upgrade I've made is I have put a roof on top of our automatic smelter. Now I just went with quartz because that's what I've got all over the place here, is quartz roofs on all of my tops. And it looks really nice on the map. So let's go ahead and pop in there. And let's go to a couple of areas that I've never shown on camera. Alright, so if we start off by going down here, we'll go to the very first farm that I ever created in this world. And if you hear those zombie noises, that is because there is a zombie spawner right back here. Now this is just a classic zombie farm where when they spawn in this room, as you can see, they fall into the water pushes them down into this stream. There's a bubble column in the back that pushes them up and over, and will drop them right here into this little killing chamber. Now I haven't used this in a while, but this is how I early game started out getting XP for enchantments. Down here, I've still yet to finish this tunnel evidently, so I'll have to come back and do that later. Alright, so at the end of this tunnel, we are actually right underneath where our castle sits. So if we look in here, we actually have a double slime chunk. And this is where I get all of my slime. So I've built just a very simple farm where I've got 5 spawning platforms, and on the sides are iron golems. They're what attract the slime, and then they just die on these magma blocks. Over here, we've just got a simple hopper minecart picking up everything. When this detects that there's items in this hopper, it pushes out this fence gate, stopping our minecart. Came through empty that time. But we have all sorts of slimes down here. Now, I used to have a bubble column going straight up. You can kind of see where I've got it dug out there. But that ran right into the storage system. So this is actually the bottom of the storage area. And I evidently do not have this lit up very well. Alright. Let's get out of here. And then right over here, there's some more slime chunks. But this is where I do a lot of my mining for materials such as the cobblestone, um, diamonds, redstone, and I have cleared out quite a huge area here with the help of the beacons. Alright, so we're back up here on the surface, and let's go in through the nether, because this is where I've been spending the majority of my time lately. And as you can see, we've had some explosions. Coming right out of our portal, I have no more pathway. So it's a good thing we've got the elytra, because I'm going to be working on taking all of this netherrack out, because I have almost all of the lava gone around this area. So as I'm flying around the area, you guys can see that all of this lava down here is gone. I have a wall set up as a barrier for all the outside lava, and I'm going to build up a wall all the way to the ceiling once I get all of this blasted out with TNT. Now the reason for the wall is so that if you are in any of the other areas other than inside the Wither Skeleton Farm, gas can spawn out here, and they will then try to track in and blow you up. So I'm going to put up a wall. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. I'm kind of thinking about using white concrete mixed in with some cyan terracotta, because I think those two blocks look really good together. So I'm thinking nice big pillars of cyan terracotta here in the corners with giant white walls. And on those walls, we will have nice big openings. And I think I'll outline those in the cyan terracotta. Make a nice contrast for our openings to each direction. So I'm going to continue to blast out all of this stuff, but I will probably do most of that off camera because you guys have already seen the TNT duplicator work. I've also posted a video of how to build it, um, which seems very popular, and thank you guys for the feedback on that. All right. So I've made one other upgrade here. If I can get over to our Guardian farm. Alright, so as we get in here, you'll see some redstone torches. Now the reason for that is, as I was testing it, I found out that if the water's not there, they automatically die when they hit. So you can turn this from an experience farm to an AFK farm just by flipping the switch. Right up here at the top of this torch tower is actually a dispenser with a water bucket in it. So when the torch is off, it takes the water out, and when this light is on, it puts the water bucket back out. As you can see, the water goes away, and then it comes back. So that's just a nice, easy way to switch that farm on and off in between XP and just loot. So right over here is our automatic flower farm. Now, it's not very pretty, which is one of the reasons I've really never shown it, but it is very functional. All it is a bunch of dispensers with bone meal underneath here, and they just click away. Flying machine comes back and forth, and taking up and picking up all our flowers, shoving them into the water stream, and then right down here, they all get sorted. So we have our cornflowers, our poppies, dandelions, the azure bluette, oxeye daisy, wheat seeds, and then just everything else. And this is just random stuff that I've tossed in this chest. Huh, I actually need that sand, so I'll come back for that. Actually, I don't have any empty shulker boxes with me, so I will have to come back for that. Nope, can't leave that running. Yeah. The bad thing about flying machines is if you leave them in an unloaded chunk and it loads funny, it will break the flying machine. Now, for this one, it's not too hard to rebuild because it's not a dangerous place to be. But if you're talking about the flying machines inside the Wither Skeleton Farm, that can be a very dangerous place to attempt to have to rebuild a flying machine. So there's one other place I don't think I've ever shown, and that is where I actually get my Wither Roses. So if we go right in here, you'll see I have a few chickens. I have an automatic chicken farm right back here that just constantly shoots out chickens. Um, and it gets a little crazy in here because I can't even move around. Now this is where I build the wither, he blows up all the chickens, and I get all the wither roses. And tons of eggs. Let's shove those all in that dispenser there. So every once in a while, the wither will shoot out his blue wither head, and when that happens, it destroys the obsidian, it destroys all the other blocks around it. But luckily, he is still stuck in the bedrock and can't get out. So that is how we contain him and attempt to contain our chickens here. Alright, and with that, that is all I've got time for today, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. This has been Buggy Hoser, and goodbye!